We know that 97% of people who undergo chemotherapy are dead in 5 years. That study was placed in the 2004 edition of the Journal of Oncology. It was the cancer doctors telling on themselves. Do I know this study to be true? It was a massive study done by epidemiologists who themselves were doctors. I interviewed the lead of that study just within the last 6 months. And I said, is this still true today? This was published in 2004. And he says, it's absolutely as true today as it was when we published it back in 2004, and it may be getting worse. So when they tell us that chemo's our only chance, it's the first lie you hear. Then you have the surgery. The second lie is we got it all. You can't get it all if you're focused on tumors. You simply can't. Cancer's probably already metastatic. Surgery spills it. Radiation proven not to kill the stem cells, but to enhance them. Well, we always hear, well, cancer came back. It didn't come back, folks. It just never left.
But chemotherapy is not only incredibly ineffective, it's also hazardous material.
Let's look at chemotherapy, for example. Chemotherapy, yes, it can kill cancer cells. Possibly. It can kill any cell. Here's the issue that I have with chemotherapy. When I see somebody that's handling chemotherapy, making chemotherapy, and they have to wear hazmat suits and gloves and can't touch it because it's toxic, then why are you going to give it to a person who's already sick? I mean, does it make any sense? You ask a 3-year-old child this question, I would bet you that 90% of the 3-year-old children would get it. If that looks dangerous, then I shouldn't touch it. That's it. It's almost like sending in napalm because you've got an ant problem. So yes, you'll take care of the ants, possibly, but then you're going to take care of every other form of life, including the grass, and you're going to level the site just to try to get the ants. So the collateral damage are the people that live there in the same house as the ants, meaning that the normal, endogenous, healthy cells are also going to get massacred. Just from a common sense standpoint, does it make any sense to take a therapy, let's use radiation as an example, to take a therapy that we know is dangerous under any circumstance? You break your leg, you break your hand, you go to the hospital, they take you in to get an x-ray, they've got the skull and crossbones, they've got the universal triangular radiation sign as a warning. Why is there a warning there? You tell me.
Because it's known that it's harmful.
And how is it harmful?
It damages DNA.
It damages DNA, and what is this consequence of damaging that DNA?
Potentially cancer.
Bingo. So then why would we take something that we know has a very high propensity to create cancer and use that to treat cancer?
It does seem insane to treat cancer with chemotherapy and radiation that actually cause cancer, doesn't it? But doctors are required to do this. As a matter of fact, they suffer adverse consequences if they do not prescribe chemo and radiation. They can even lose their license to practice medicine.
There was one good doctor who was allowing some natural treatments when parents were asking to introduce them. But he could not offer it himself. And when I asked him what, he said, I couldn't do it. I will lose my job. So it means oncologists here in